I'm just sitting here in a beautiful, beautiful place. There are huge mountains right in front of me, and I am just chilling under the black sky. Feels very. There's a light breeze passing by me. There are huge flowers because it's spring or autumn, but they're pretty flowers right here that haven't fallen yet. And for the past 2 days, I've had this within my mind that we as humans, we deserve to know the truth. Truth of what? We need to know the truth of actual life, that life that we are living, the kind of game that we play, the kind of game that life is. I think we deserve to know how it works. We deserve to know who we are. We deserve to know the truth of our existence. We deserve to know that each and every one of us is a masterpiece of its own. That we need and we deserve to know that life is supposed to be beautiful. But we intentionally place a lot of barriers in it. We deserve to know how to be whoever we are. Be your authentic self. Be unapologetically us. You know how we can't just let others define us all the time. By talking about others, that came to my mind that the actual thing is, when a kid is born, the kind of surrounding he or she is in, that actually dictates the person, the kid, whoever is gonna grow up into. It gives you this idea, because whatever this kid is taught, he's gonna pick up, learn that. So that understanding and mindset of that kid is actually not his own. Whatever he believes in is what his parents or probably friends or probably grandparents or whatever the information that he got his hands on, his or her hands on, and they believe that it was right, it was true. That's how he made sense of life. But I don't think so, that this is how it should be. I don't think so that we as human beings deserve to live on autopilot all the time. Because I think we deserve to live the life at its fullest. That's what I think. And I think that we do not deserve to live by the bare minimum. Because there's enough in this world when it comes to happiness, when it comes to each and everything that we actually acquire, we want to acquire. There's nothing, there's no lack of it. The lack is in our minds. So I think we deserve to know the truth of life, the truth of who we are, the truth of the purpose that we carry, even without knowing. You're lost. You do not even understand why you exist. You do not understand why certain things are happening. You do not understand why things keep repeating themselves. Yes, that makes sense. But you know what fascinates me is that the mind's gonna give you reasons, even if it doesn't even make any sense. So the mind's gonna convince you with all that belief system of yours. Whatever the belief system of yours has, it's going to make you give reasons according to that belief system. And you're going to believe the same system over and over again. I started living in actual 3 years back. Not sure, 3 or was it 4? 3 years back probably. I started living, actual living. I've been abroad a couple of times, went on solo trips, and started my business, and was just living and giving the respect that I deserve. I wasn't listening, I wasn't being the people pleaser. I unlearned all those things. But the question is that who I was before that. I was a piece that was combined from everyone. I was a person defined by everyone. That is what I was. And I didn't mind being that person because I was trying to actually, um, I was actually trying to, I was actually trying to people please others. I was actually trying to make people like me so that I can like myself back. External validation, I guess. And I tried my level best to make people happy around me because I was defined by them. The success was defined by them, and how I should act and how I should be was also defined by them. The parameters of success and how to measure success was also defined by them. So, by them who? By the society, by everyone around me, by the people around me. Each and every person had their own opinion of how life works, and barely someone agrees to another person. Like, if I think something is wrong, then the other person thinks that they're right. So, there's a lot of confusion in who's right, what's right, and yeah, and how we perceive things, and how each of us have our own lens of life, that how we see things. And it's cool, because the same things that make some people happy are the same things that make other people tremble in fear. I'm not saying, and I don't want to, and I don't know. Wait, wait. I don't want to agree that the life is cruel. I want to agree that we are cruel to ourselves. You deserve love? Yes, you do deserve love. But you deserve love from your own self at first. You deserve respect from your own self at first. Yes, if you don't give it to yourself, trust me, no one's gonna give it to you. I'm not going in depth with how things are working, but you know who you are, how much you pour out, how much you try to give other people, try to, you know, pick their parts up when you're broken yourself. I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, but you're doing wrong to yourself, and that is not nice. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting your inner child that looks forward, that looks up to you, who has no one by their side except you that they can rely on. They live within you. And do you think they deserve the kind of treatment that you give to that kid? No. That kid was special. And, and they were special when they were born. And they are special right now as well. So I want to tell you right now, whatever the society has told you, whatever everyone has said, and whether they like you, whether they don't like you, whether they're doing it for your sake, whether they're your well-wisher or something, and they just stated a fact or something, No. You are worthy of love, of respect, of abundance, of happiness, and of peace. You are worthy of that. I'm not going to make things up. We might have made terrible mistakes in our lifetime. I'm young as well, but I have had my share. But you know what? That makes us us. We made those mistakes. We learned those lessons. We didn't let our mistake define us, and that's what I want to say. All mistakes do not define us. They do not define us. Your mistakes do not define you. Your past doesn't define you. If you let it control you, because we mostly live in the past, talking from my own experience, I've lived my own life in regrets so much bigger than my own self. But who we are, who are we within ourselves? Just look inside. You're just a human being who's have their first time on this planet Earth. They're trying to learn each and everything. They're trying to make other people proud, probably, and make themselves something in other people's eyes. Doing things so that they can be accepted, they can be validated, they can be loved. But you know, it's your first time. It's okay if you have made mistakes. It's okay. It's okay if you have done terrible things to yourself, which I am pretty sure that we have done. I have done horrible things to myself. But yes, and I've did bad things to others as well. I have made mistakes as well. But this is not who we are. We do not let our setbacks define us. This is not who we are. What are you talking about? If you're not productive, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do for a day or two or a week or month, that doesn't mean it diminishes the potential that you carry. It diminishes your worth. It diminishes your value. No, it does not. Even if you don't understand my words, even if you think that I'm talking rubbish, it's okay. The thing is, I'm not here to make you agree to me. I'm actually just sharing my thought that you deserve to know the truth. And the truth is that you're very much valuable. That you're very much worth. You have a lot of worth, bro. A lot of worth. You carry value within yourself. Whether you think or whether you do not think, it is who you are. Whether you accept or do not accept, it is who you are.